For those of you not used to watching Yucatan, including myself, there's tons of extra food. There's extra berries. There's extra everything. Um, it's the bad European time. I don't know what you mean. The Dark Age? Yeah. Stone on the front here. But yeah, we're just going to see both of these players having tons and tons of food to work with. Potentially going to be able to go up very, very early. And yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. For now, we do see a dock for Bact. I'm sure he's queued up a couple of fishing ships, maybe even just one fishing ship. I don't know how many you would really want to try to take the 600 total food in here, or 800, I suppose. Oh no, there's 1,000 food in there. My apologies, folks. But yeah, for the most part, we're just working our way through the Dark Age here. We have passed the 5-minute mark, so we will not be awarding anyone the prestigious winner of the population contest, at least for now. We are seeing some scout fighting. Looks like Bact has the uphill or the downhill advantage. At the moment, it's looking like that is going to be neck and neck, but I think Bact is going to win that. Look at MBL bringing a villager into the fray. That is a very nice move because he can push Bact out of his area and chase him at least away from his TC a little. If we look at the Fog of War, we can see Bact has done a pretty nice job. He's found really the only avenues in and out of MBL's area. On the other side, MBL has only scouted his side. MBL likes to wall, at least in the games that I watch, so it's not surprising at all to see some structure coming up, especially when the walls are so easily placed. Yeah, hopefully you guys are having a nice Monday out there. It is rainy and really, really cold here. But all in all, it is Pi Day. I did have some pie. I heard Smarthy said he had some pie as well. Yeah, so it's good. Everybody's here. Oh, look at this. Scout going to come in and snipe? Nope. Yes, Bact will get a few more hits in there. And it looks like for the moment, Bact Scout is in the HP lead with 3 more HP, and that Scout is going to chase MBL back across the map. MBL knows about that main gold. He probably saw this villager taking some gold there. She's actually going to take, is that 6 gold? It looks like she's going to take 6 gold from that pile. Nope, she got 10. My apologies. She took 4 from one and 6 from the other. MBL grabbing Loom. We are on 23 vills at the moment, 24 for MBL, 23 for Bact. Bact is not loomed, which is interesting. He is on 28 pop because he's got 4 fishing ships. But he's housed for the moment, and I think we're going to see these guys click up soon. I don't really know a whole lot of Yucatan strategy. Maybe if you guys do, you will cue me in. Loom coming for Bact as well. MBL is... how much food? Not quite enough to click up. Ooh, he did. He already clicked up. My apologies. Feudal Age coming for MBL. Bact on the other side is going to have a little less food. He's also going to put some structure up, but interestingly, I think that's going to be just fine. His walls there should be absolutely fine. We do have a Jaguar attack, but it's not going to be early enough to kill that villager, unfortunately. I prefer wolf attacks myself, but a good Jaguar attack from time to time is okay by me. You know, you have to settle with what you can get. In this case, we're not going to get anything. So MBL up to Feudal on 25 vills. He has a few idols, which is obviously not ideal. Not sure what they're doing, probably walking back from walling. But those vills... Killer B AOC, will you cast more stuff on Vobly Official in the future? Yes, Mr. Incredible 2. I was going to talk about that a little later in the cast when we have all of our normal viewers in. I wanted to thank everybody. I did cast on Vobly Official this weekend, and it was all because of you guys. A couple of people were advocating for me on AOC Zone and things like that, and it really got to the people in charge. And yeah, they said, hey, why not? Why not come and do one? So yeah, I got to do a game. It was awesome. It was some recorded matches between Ingwa and Vivi, and I had a lot of fun. SMB was killer. He was an amazing commentator. It's like, man, that guy was rocking it. Getting a little lag on this side. Are you guys doing okay with that? Is my screen all right? Let me know. So MBL will be up to Feudal first. He is totally walled in. Bact will be on his front doorstep with some militia. MBL here. Great, thanks, man. We'll be awesome. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and thanks for the encouragement. I do want to thank everybody who was there and hanging out, and you know, it was awesome to have some support on the first time. I was pretty nervous, so it's always good to have people saying, "Hey, man, we already love you." You know, stuff like that is is definitely good. Okay, so Yucatan, very confusing map, a little bit confusing to watch. We have 4 on berries for Bact, we have 5 on gold, we have militia forward, but they're going to be walled out. Unfortunately, Bact will not get any pressure with them. MBL is happily taking wood. He's got villagers on berries, 3 on gold at the moment. He's taking a lot of food very aggressively. So we would expect MBL to be clicking up soon, and there he goes to castle. The times are always going to be different on different maps, but that seems like a pretty decent time for me. To me, he is up to castle now. We're seeing 2 villagers on a stable for Bact, and on the back we're going to see a blacksmith. So Bact will be able to go up soon once he gets the last 30 gold or so. He should be good to go. These militia trying to annoy, but they are not going to get in. MBL is a fantastic waller, even under incredible pressure. And you can see his rating at 2337 has really been ticking up lately. MBL's been playing a lot, and he's really doing well. It's great to see that guy. You know, he's going to take over the game someday soon. That's my prediction. But for now, he's going to have to beat people like Bact. He's going to have to beat people like Slam. So we'll keep an eye on his progress as he goes. As we can see, Bact has a lot more map view than MBL does, although MBL does have his scout still roaming around here. And yeah, we're just waiting. We're waiting for 2 players to get to Castle Age. It looks like for the moment we have double walling going on. Still some villagers over here taking all those free deer. A couple villagers transitioning to stone here for Bact. Where are these guys headed? No, they're going to go to the wood line all the way over here. And for the moment, we just see a stable for Bact. On MBL's side, I don't think we've seen a military building yet, so he'll have to drop a barracks here soon and then try to do something impressive. MBL is in the back of his own area at the moment. Not sure what he's doing. You can see Bact doing his normal running a turkey or a sheep to the far corner of his opponents. Castle Age is up for both players. 2 TCs for MBL. I'm sorry, just for MBL at the moment. And yeah, we're continuing to work our way through. Are we going to see a military building here from either player at any point? It's hard to say. I would think probably, right? Still some scout fighting here on the front. These villagers are going to take on a jaguar. They are, interestingly, a little bit forward here. I wonder what their plan is. Maybe Bact is going to wall MBL in. That would be awesome. You don't see that very often. We got to keep an eye on those 2 villagers. Bact has clicked up to castle, or has finally finished getting up to castle. If we look on his side, he will have a forward monastery there. If we look on his side, we can see no TCs yet. So for the moment, Bact will be on 1. Here comes TC number 2, and I'm sure he'll drop a 3rd as well. I mean, these guys are pretty walled up. It would be hard to imagine them not. And yeah, you can see Bact walling this side in and putting up a monastery. So a monastery up in the middle, and I wonder if that means that Bact is going to be pushing on this side of MBL. I guess we'll wait and see as we go. Is everything going all right in the chat out there? I feel so weird with this pop filter. It feels like I'm a mile away from the mic. Usually I'm trying to make sweet love to it with my voice, but right now I feel so distant. Okay, so we see knights on the field at the moment. Bact has a couple of knights probably coming through. If we look from his point of view, we can see a TC still coming up. 3rd TC over here. At the moment, this barracks is idle. 1 forward knight there, and he's starting to house up his militia here, taking a couple mangonel shots. And yeah, I wonder, did we lose the stream? Is anyone out there? Hello world, is anyone alive? Oh, you're a bit quiet indeed, says Hardy. Alright man, well, I will certainly speak up for the moment, but once we're done this game, I will adjust the volumes. We can see MBL is getting some stonewalling in. That's fortunate for him. This monk would have been annoying for him. Yo, says Dubspliff420. Dubspliff420, I'm not sure what you're implying by your name. I think you may be interested in marijuana. That is my only prediction. No bloodlines on that scout, no up on that knight, no upgrades either. For the moment, we are waiting on these players to make a move. Maybe it's time to throw a little fast forward in this. I'm not used to watching Yucatan, but we are just seeing 2 players booming up. The only aggression so far has been Bact taking over a little area of the middle here, which I like. That's a nice play. Still here, says Salty. Good to hear you. Good to see you. Yeah, let's put a little fast forward into this, just for a couple of minutes. Let's go to 70%. Can't be afraid of a little speed, guys. Yeah, meanwhile, MBL is reinforcing his walls with stone walls. I'm partial to Spliff. Okay, Spliff it is. And at the moment, we are just seeing two players trying to boom each other out. Populations are 50 for MBL, 42 for Bact. MBL was up first. Both players on 3 TCs, so there will probably, that 10 villager advantage will probably not change. By the way, next to Pi Day, it's also Einstein's birthday. Beautiful. Great knowledge there. Thank you for that, Hardy. Happy birthday to Einstein, although you are dead, my friend. I do appreciate your work. Actually, I don't understand your work at all, but thank you for being super smart and awesome. Yeah. So we work our way through. Bosaw coming for Bact, Wheelbarrow for MBL. And this pond has got to be running short on fish, but I think Bact probably got his money's worth there. 8 villager advantage still, both players booming out on full capacity, and I think we're just going to see a really aggressive Imperial Age war. And with Teutons, well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what comes. I don't see a lot of stone being taken, so I don't know if we're going to see a whole lot of castle units. MBL at the moment is not taking any stone. If we look on backside, we can see that Bact is also not taking any stone. So the choice of the unit is, your guess is as good as mine. At the moment, I haven't seen any upgrades coming in at all, but we will keep an eye on it. Somebody's going to commit to something at some point. We can see Bact here still with militia in play. Quite a few villagers on gold for both players. If we look, we can see Bact has no food saved up. We can see that he does that because he just clicked up. So Bact is up to Imperial. MBL is a little bit behind, but he will soon have enough resources to go. But he'll be probably about 30 seconds to a minute behind MBL. And I suppose, since we are getting toward the meat of this game, we can slow it down a little bit here in a second, and we'll see what these players decide to do. Bact grabbing a relic there. Still no bloodlines on this night, still no upgrades on that night. So we are not seeing any big commitment yet. Both players walling in and booming up. Bact grabbing more relics. He is getting handcart and town watch. Somebody give me something to work with here. Give me a military upgrade of some sort, and I will roll with it. Seeing a spear coming forward here, doing a little scouting. We have mangonels out for both players. I wonder if Bact will come in and try to snipe. No, he's going to work on this house. Why not? If it's there and it's free, take it. Scale mail armor coming for MBL. Hooray! Most likely paladins. Yeah, we are seeing padded archer armor from Bact, and we saw scale mail from MBL. We are also hearing buildings come up. No, we're not. I was clicking on mangonels. We see triple barracks there. 2 more coming for MBL. So 5 barracks in play at the moment. Those are queuing spearmen. So we are going to see some trash on the field. On backside, we see an archery range and a couple more on the way. A barracks as well. So it's possible here. What are you going to queue up here, Bact? What's coming first? Chemistry coming for Bact as well. So we are going to see some archery range units. Chainmail armor for MBL. And look at this. Bact is going to wall MBL in, or he's at least going to try to. The problem is those spears are on the field. They have defensive upgrades only, but hey, they're just little spears. Maybe on this side, Bact can wall in MBL, but at least on the front, it looks like Bact is going to have a problem with that. MBL up to Imperial. He has pikemen now. And he's starting to upgrade those a little bit more. Those will be in and annoying. On backside, we're seeing more archery ranges. We're seeing a forward siege workshop. And we'll slow it down. Slow it down to 60%. This game is getting out of hand. It's starting to get interesting. If we look at the villager counts, 82 for Bact, 93 for MBL. If we look at the military, MBL's leading very handily, but it's all pikemen at the moment. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Archer range is coming forward for MBL, grabbing chemistry as well. Leather archer armor for Bact, pikemen as well coming. So we are going to finally see some offense in this game. Okay. Sorry for the mute. Had to sneeze a little bit there. Archery range is coming, and we see hand cannons. Very nice. So we're going to see hand cannons, and we're going to see trash probably here from both guys. Let's see. What do we see queued up here? At the moment, MBL not queuing anything. We do have a little mangonel war here on the front, but not a whole lot cooking there. It's time to get some action here, folks. And we are about ready for it. Halberdier coming for MBL. So now we have the beefiest trash hand-to-hand unit, I suppose, and we'll see what they do. MBL is open here on the front. He does have the larger army, so he's probably totally fine with that. It looks like for now we're seeing bombard cannons, we're seeing hand cannons, and we're seeing a push on the side that Bact has built forward on. First thing he's going to target down with those cannons is MBL's monastery. That will drop those 2 relics, which are essentially as good as having 2 gold miners, and it'll slow down the economy quite a bit. Chalusi is getting bored and taking off. We're seeing more stone walls coming for MBL. At the moment, he is fully defending that side. Unfortunately for him, these bombard cannons will be picking off those villagers one by one. Those are going to run off for the moment. Halbs on the other side are really kicking the crap out of that house. That house is in trouble. I wonder if Bact will survive the damage to that house. Meanwhile, on the front, bombard cannons in defense for MBL. A second layer of stone walls coming. Wonder if we'll see rams at some point to get those walls down. But at the moment, we have plenty of bombard cannons from both players. We have hand cannons on the front trying to harass the villagers. And MBL very wisely grabbing those 2 relics and bringing them back in. We can see the halbs on the front are here to really play defense while the bombard cannons work their way in. They are going to target the monastery of Bact. Looks like Bact moved his relics already. I didn't see them drop there. Oh, nope, there they are. There's the relic. MBL is housed. Oh, my lord. Yeah, and he's back to walling up this second layer now that the hand cannons are slightly out of range. Actually, Bact is sort of leaving those hanging out in the open. I wonder if the bombard cannons will eventually target them. For the moment, it is cannon versus cannon. We see plate mail armor, town watch, and handcart coming from MBL. Chainmail armor coming from Bact. Mangonel in play here can definitely pick off this bombard cannon. Otherwise, this halb will be able to get it pretty much for free. Interestingly, that bombard cannon walked out the side here. I'm not the only one who saw that, right? That hand cannon, there's a hole in this wall. Where's the hole in this wall? Yeah, so I wonder what the deal is going to be. But on the front, we see the hand cannons here targeting down the mangonel. No epic mangonel shot. Spliff is absolutely right. There's a hole, but Bact doesn't even know about it. Isn't that amazing? There's always a hole. Every wall has a hole. Yeah, look at this. Bombard cannons. Both guys are fighting as if the center is walled, but there is a hole. And look at this. Bact is going to figure out that there's a hole. Are you going to figure it out, Bact? Come on, my man. On the other side, we see the hand cannons versus hand cannon war going on. It looks like nobody's in a huge advantage. Bact does have the numbers, but MBL is in with some halbs, and those are going to potentially pick off some bombard cannons. Look at this. Another hand cannon is going to walk out the hole. I wonder if Bact is going to figure this out. He has to. Chalusi, do you see this? There's a hole here, right where this hand cannon is. Did anyone else have pie today? I did have pie today, Smarthy. It's Pi Day. It looks like for the moment, I'm so high right now, says PDMO. Good to have you with us. These hand cannons are going to get, I would destroy a pie. These hand cannons are going to get cleaned up. Bact is building forward with castles. Yeah, at the moment, we still have a stalemate in the center, at least. What's interesting, though, is, oh, there's a hole in this wall. Bact will put another town center up. At the moment, it is 106 fills to 112, so very, very good ecos for both players, and they are fighting over the middle. Bact's castle here will pressure MBL's TC, and Bact will come forward with a siege workshop and a double barracks. MBL is grabbing the stone here to the side. I wonder if Bact has scouted that area. He certainly has, and he can actually see that stone being taken. So Bact will probably go and try to clean those villagers up. And it's getting a little bit crazy out in the chat. You see this? So we're seeing more TCs, we're seeing more aggression, lots of barracks, lots of halbs on the field. At the moment, the center is still disputed. It looks like MBL is starting to mass up some hand cannons, and he's starting to harass this wood line. Surprising, no redemption in monks with all this BBC play. Ooh, BBC play, that sounds nice. Party style, not like this. So yeah, at the moment, Bact is hanging back a little bit. MBL is starting to come forward to harass. Toots resist conversion. We all should resist conversion. Look at this. Bact is building forward on the other side. He's building tons of buildings, but I just haven't seen the units out of him yet. At the moment, only 36 military units. He does have range on these villagers, one would think. Nope, that is too far away. Okay, I'm wrong. And what we're seeing now for the moment is iron casting, ring archer armor, and forging. So both players continuing to get upgrades, continuing to mass armies, and it seems like, yeah, Bact is hanging back. Yeah, absolutely. Man, it's so much different. Watching a game on Yucatan is just a whole different experience here. MBL really massing a lot in the middle and having tons of hand cannons, and it just seems like he can decide pick where he wants to go in. We are seeing fortified walls here from Bact, but I don't think it's going to matter. Skirmishers are coming out. Who wants to bet on how this game will go? Hardy is ready to bet. Anybody who wants to take a bet from Hardy, feel free. And I totally didn't see them earlier today. So we're seeing continued full-on skirmisher aggression here, and yeah, ooh, still trying to get used to my new setup with the new whatchamacallit here. Boom, pop filter. This map changes everything. We see 4 bombard cannons on the front for MBL. Quite a few hand cannons in play, halbs as well. +2, +3 for the halbs. Defensive upgrades on the hand cannons as well. I bet that one of the players will win. I'm betting MBL cutting the center north of the monastery. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. VDML with a nice little bet. I think that's a nice prediction. We're seeing Trebs on the front here. It looks like for the moment Bact is going to secure these resources in the center. His Drush, which is still in play, that one militia is still trying to annoy. Bact has really done a nice job to close MBL into his side. He's got TCs and buildings everywhere on the 2 sides, but it seems like MBL has the middle. Smarthy, Ciao Lucy! Ciao Lucy is here. She is once again giggling at my lack of good commentary. More TCs still coming. And it looks like Bact is, again, going to take the right and left flank. MBL is going to focus and win the center. So, for the moment, we see a hole. It's time for MBL to do some damage if he wants to. Looks like he is going to hang out for the moment. Let's see when he sends these hand cannons in. It's time to go and win a game, my friend. He is going to send one of them in, at least to scout around, I suppose. An offensive castle on the front, near the part that was predicted to be chopped down. Unfortunately, that is not going to happen. Salty, I'll see you soon. Keep it real, my friend. Castle on the front for Bact in defense. Castle on the side, and it looks like, again, a siege workshop, sorry, not castle. It looks like, again, MBL is focusing on the middle, Bact is focusing on the sides. MBL's castle here is going to do a nice job to secure the middle for him. And 1 TC down, MBL really getting out to a little bit of an advantage here, 600 points. Getting ballistics and crenellations. Hold on, crenellations? Crenellations? What is crenellations, guys? I don't even know what that is. Crenellations. That is castles have +3 range. Okay, now I know. Crenellations to all of you. It sounds like a greeting, doesn't it? Crenellations, friends. Gather around. So, town patrol and ballistics coming for MBL. Seems like MBL has total control of the center. It's just when is he going to push in? VDML, you are absolutely right. MBL is going to open up these 3 panels of the wall, and he's going to have villagers here forward ready to do something, but what that something is, we will have to wait and see. Interesting game because it seems like Bact still doesn't really have a whole lot of an army. He does have 32 units on the field, but I don't see him pushing anywhere. He seems to be hanging back, as they say. More siege workshops coming for him. He is getting pushed in on the front. Unfortunately for him, 8+5 with Bodkin plus Kren on Teutons. VDML with the call. So we're going to see these cannons still in play. Unfortunately, they are dropping. A few of those going down to a little bit of bad micro. At the moment, that castle is not in quite in peril. There's quite a few villagers here repairing. If we see from Bact's point of view, he has plenty of stone to keep that up. But an army would do a better job keeping that up. Where is Bact's army? Bact, where is your army? His army is here. It seems like, in that case, GG Trebs. At the moment, we are seeing MBL pushing in the center. These Trebs are not quite in peril, but they are trying to take down the ranges of MBL here, which is annoying, but this needs to be responded to first. I guess it doesn't, because MBL is going to push back. He's going to defend his central aggression here, probably try to take down this craziness from Bact, which is finally pushing in on the middle. Interestingly, Bact has a chance sort of at a little bit of a pincer move here. If he can annoy this castle and attack from the right, I wonder if he can make MBL indecisive. But I guess we'll wait and see. Those hounds are coming in now. They are going to be cut down by a couple of hand cannons, but I think they'll get these Trebs. And it looks like Bact's investment in these Trebs will be lost pretty much for free here, which is really unfortunate. Bact's having about 1k gold saved up at the moment, and MBL just having about 300 gold. What's going on, Chow Lucy? You keep saying, wow. Oh, the hand cannon's range. Yeah. What's with this pop difference? At the moment, villagers are close, but it just feels like Bact, even though he's only down, what's he down? He's up 6 military units. It just doesn't seem like he's doing anything. So Bact is waiting for his moment, and we'll have to see what he decides to do. Villagers here are on the move, so maybe we're going to see a castle, or we'll have to keep an eye on them. Mike Lucy up, says Stonebender. I wish I could. She's too shy. She's way too shy. MBL massing quite a lot in the middle here. When is it going to be time to roll out? Roll out. HC accuracy decreases with range. Hand cannon accuracy decreases with range. Fair enough. So we're seeing bombard cannons, plenty of them, a couple of Trebs, bunch of hand cannons, tons of housing defense for MPL, and it just depends on where he wants to push. I feel like he has a huge advantage no matter which direction he wants to go. The lead for MBL is 100 points. There's nothing in it at the moment, so we could see a bit of a long game here, but it just feels like, I don't know, I'm having trouble seeing what Bact's plan is. He's done a good job taking over the flanks. He is collecting resources. He's mined out everything on the left, or on the right side rather. And look at this huge war in the middle. We've got lots of hounds just killing each other at the moment. Those are fully upgraded hand cannons in support for MBL. That's going to be very nice for him. This is it though, says VDML. Too many. I think you're right. There's a lot of them here. There's a lot of bombard cannons. There's a lot of Trebs, a lot of hand cannons here. This army seems totally safe. I don't see any real thing Bact can push back with. And now his castle is down. It's all about where MBL decides to go next. These villagers on the front are going to come to do something. Where are we seeing these villagers going? They're going to drop a castle on this side of Bact, and that's going to be a very nice location because guess what? It'll be in range of a lot of this wood line. If we look at the rest of Bact's wood, he is a little bit, he's got plenty of wood, but at least MBL will have some pressure on the front there. It might be a good place to push from if he wants to chop some trees down. At the moment, we're seeing Bact throwing away that's what she said. Throwing away quite a few hand cannons and quite a few units here. Streaming them in one at a time. Obviously not a very good way to do it. Treadmill crane coming for MBL. Hoardings. Capped ram coming for Bact. At the moment, Bact is trying to get a little wall across here, but he's not doing a good job of it. He's not going to have villagers there to build it. MBL's bombard cannons still here on the front doing damage. Stables on the way. More barracks on the way. MBL is ready to close this side out and try to close this game out. Bact does have capped ram. Where is he starting to mass up those capped rams, though, is the question. He may not even have any. Couple Trebs here on the front in defense. I don't see any siege workshops with flags up. So for the moment, we will see that capped ram upgrade not be very useful. I'm not sure what Bact is planning here. But yeah, he's got to push back MBL. There has to be an answer for this army, or else he's going to get swamped out of this game quite soon. All right. Ooh, big movement in the middle. MBL seems to be hanging back. He seems to be patient. Here come those bombard cannons to protect, or not protect, but to hang out by this castle. They will be in range of a lot of the front of Bact's area. Looks like first he's going to target down that dock. Why not? Might as well take it out. And yeah, it seems like Bact is in a whole lot of trouble here. MBL all of a sudden out to almost a 2,000 point lead. These Halbs are going to be in. They're going to be harassing Bact's economy. There is nowhere for these villagers to run, so I expect most of them to die. But what would counter this army? Prayers, I suppose, would counter this army. I just would have expected a little bit more, a little bit sooner from Bact. But MBL has the advantage. He's going to continue to push it. Bact is going to push out here with bombard cannons and Halbs and hand cannons of his own. So we're seeing the same mix for both armies. These Trebs on the front are within range of Bact's defensive castle. And now it looks like that castle will certainly go down, not being repaired by any villagers. Bombard cannons focusing on the fortified walls on the front. Look at all the stables coming forward for MBL. MBL is going to have this entire side of the map very soon. You can see his Halbs are still over here, crushing villagers. This TC will be denied. All of those villagers will end up dying. And it seems like MBL is in absolute command, although there's only 1,000 points difference at the moment. Not a huge difference for a game that's gone this long. Bact does have a huge army. He is building up in the center. Here comes a castle, and he's going to try to push out. I wonder if we're going to see those rams coming soon. Where are the rams? That is not a free upgrade. You usually see some rams when you see them upgraded. Halbs coming in on the front. Ooh, we've got some light cav as well, or some scouts, I should say. Those are going to run right into the back and be very, very annoying. So they will head to the back, harass the wood line on the front. The Halbs will stay close to guard the bombard cannons, and it looks like Bact cut the center. Ah, good call. VDML with the center call. So you had the right idea, but you called the wrong player doing it. Bact will cut out through the center. He is going to have trouble in his economy. Scale barding armor coming for him, but the problem is he's got to stop this push on the front, one would think. This castle has not been finished because Trebs on this side can reach it, and they are going to treb it down before it even gets finished. Fear the scouts, says Salty. That's right, fear the scouts. You don't have to be the strongest unit. Still better than villagers. We've got bombard cannons in the front from MBL. And this looks like 8 of them to me. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 bombard cannons. Those need to be protected. Here come the hand cannons to keep them alive. Treb's still going. We have a full-on bombard cannon war here. At the moment, it looks like MBL still has a pretty good advantage, but Bact is going to push back on him. And we're going to see a battle here. And look at this. It seems like Bact has enough. He is going to push this back from MBL. Absolutely going to push him back. Yeah, so how about that? I wonder if these Trebs will continue to fire. They seem like they're in peril. Ooh, a couple of quick snipes there, though, on the bombard cannons. Trebs versus cannons. Usually cannons are going to win this. Those Trebs should be pulled down and taken back from MBL, but at the moment he is not microing them. He does have a small army in here. He is annoying villagers. If we look back on his side, he's got lots and lots of scout cavalry coming out. Beautiful to see scout cavalry, huh? 3+6 damage right now, 2+2 defense against arrows. That will be very useful. Good enough for raiding. Unfortunately, they're going to run into some Halbs from Bact, and we still have a game. Bloodline's finally coming for MBL. That's going to beef up these scouts. And those 3 Trebs went down for free. I don't know why he didn't pack those up and move them out, but guess what? He didn't, so we have to live with it. Continuing to harass here on the front. If we look at the villager count, Bact is in really big trouble. Almost down by 40 villagers, 35 vills behind at the moment. And he is starting to mass up a little bit of aggression on the right flank. MBL was in. He could have tore this all down, but he decided to focus on going in, which I totally agree with. I was definitely yelling at him to do that. But at the moment, there's a little army here that can annoy him. A little bit of a mosquito bite, I suppose, in the side of his base. Look at this, another big battle in the center. It seems like Bact has the numbers again. He is going to probably lose a bombard cannon or 2. No, he's not. Those are going to be just fine for the moment. And his hand cannons will do a great job clearing this up. Hand cannons are in good shape. More scouts on the way from MBL, and you know they're not going to fight that army. They're going to fight some villagers. Skirm time, though, says VDML. Skirm time. Skirm time. Smarthy has his faith in MBL. I would agree the villager difference right now is huge. MBL does have 1,000 wood. I wonder if he'll sell a little bit of that. Let's see. Everyone's out of money. Absolutely. If we look with this really nice feature, well, we can see how much has been traded. Trade at the moment. Let's see. Gold, stone, food, trade. Okay, well, fair enough. We will... Oh, I'm not looking for trade. I'm looking for the market. What's wrong with me? Tribute received. Stop it. Stop. Get this red thing out of my way. Okay, food bought. Yeah, not a whole lot. Yeah, look at the sold food and sold wood from MBL. MBL probably going to sell quite a bit more wood. Look at Bact's wood. Absolutely massive. He's getting raided from every single side now from MBL. He does have a good army on the field, but it's not going to be enough because his villagers are starting to become incredibly idle. 27 idols at the moment. 28 idols out of 80 vills total. Obviously, Bact is going to be starving for cash. A whole big cluster, you know what, on the front. We do see a skirm, finally. Hardy, yes, absolutely. We're seeing more hand cannons, more skirms, and more aggression here from MBL, but he's in the back, and this is a real problem. Bact's wood, absolutely massive. Well, I've heard rumors, so, I mean, we might as well, we might as well go with it. Yeah, so we see MBL really has taken this one over. It's all just a matter of time until Bact decides that he's done. I'm not sure exactly what he's holding out for. I guess he does have a pretty good sized army on the field, so why give up now? But look at if you just look at the map, MBL is really controlling everything. He may want to come over and take care of this, but at the moment on Bact's side, it's just absolute chaos. More villagers going down. We see lots of skirms in the mix. Those get pretty beefy when you get enough of them. Not a huge amount at the moment. Still more scout cavalry from MBL. Lovely to see the scout cavalry pouring in. The unit that you usually only see in the early feudal age. Why does he have 9k wood? Exactly. We need to get that wood traded, but the rate is probably horrible right now. MBL also having a whole crap load of wood. This is Yucatan, I suppose. There is tons of wood around. It's over 9,000. He's gonna hit 10,000 wood. Maybe that's Bact's idea. He's not going to call it a game until he hits 9,000 wood. It seems like this game, there's just no way that Bact is going to wrestle his way back, but there's always a possibility of it, I suppose. Still scout cavalry rolling in. Those are bloodlined, and there is the GG in